Hey, this is Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and I want to talk to you about overwhelm today. Do you get overwhelmed? Do you get overwhelmed at work? Or maybe it's just overall work and your personal life, it's just everything together. Well, I'll tell you what, that's where I found myself last week. Prior to that, I had gone to an industry conference, and it was a great conference. There were so many people that I had a chance to meet. I wanted to come back and connect with them. Content, just great educational content. And I had so many things that I wanted to do. I kind of know myself though. So on the front side, I said, hey, I need to be very careful about what I bring back. So at the conference, I only wrote down things that I could take action on. If it was a project, I put it in a different place because I know how I can get, right? Because when I get overwhelmed, I don't know about you, but my personality kind of changes. So I may be frustrated. I may have mood swings, or all of a sudden I'm not focused, and I can't say no. I have no boundaries. It's just a slippery slope that I'm going off of. So knowing that about myself, I was very careful on the front side about what it was that I was going to bring back. And even when I got home, I was very careful about prioritizing things, not making everything a priority, but kind of laying them out so that I wouldn't get overwhelmed. Well, guess what? It happened anyway. I just found myself in like a funk. And I recognized that it was because I was overwhelmed. I was trying to do too much. And most importantly, what I've recognized about myself, and I don't know if you recognize this about yourself, is that I wanted to push through it. So I didn't want to be there, but I wanted to get to the other side of it, and I wanted to be the one that made it happen. That wasn't the best thing for me. So I ended up having my meltdown, and here's what I did to get myself on the other side of it, is that I, in that moment, knew that I needed to whittle down what I had on my plate. So I made a list of the must-do items, and I only let myself deal with 3 every day until I got over this. So if I only got done what I had on my must-do list, my 3 things on my must-do list, then I was fine. I had accomplished something, and I needed to recognize that. So the first thing I did was made the must-do list. The second thing I did is made the want-to-do list. So there were certain things that I had to get done for the business to keep going, but there were other things that I wanted to explore. So after I got the things done that I needed to, then I had things that I could explore, almost like a treat, okay? So that was the first thing that I did. The second thing that I did is I really put some boundaries around the time that I was spending during the day. I want to make things happen. And a lot of times I will stay in my office, or I will continue to work far beyond when I feel that I should. I get to my limit. I feel toast, but I keep going. So I put some boundaries around my time. I made sure that I had a cutoff time each day. I made sure that I was getting good rest, getting to sleep. So I put some boundaries around my time. That was the second thing that I did. So a tip for you. And the third thing that I did is I took care of my physical body. So I made sure no matter what I had going on, that I was getting outside every single day. If I wasn't getting to the gym, I was getting outside, I was taking a walk, I was taking a bike ride, but I was doing something for me physically. And just by virtue of getting outside and being outdoors, it made a huge difference. But I had an epiphany while I was taking a bike ride one day, and I want to share that with you. So the epiphany was that if you have a hill and you're taking a bike ride, it's a long hill or it's a steep hill, what you'll do is that you'll shift into a lower gear so that you can keep your momentum and you can get to the top of the hill. When it comes to being overwhelmed, you need to do the same thing. So you've got to take some of the pressure off. You've got to back down just a gear or 2 until you regain your momentum and you can get back to the way that you normally operate, and which is normally not a problem. So give yourself that space. Give yourself that time to transition through this instead of forcing yourself. to transition through this. So I'm hoping these 3 tips will be helpful for you if you're experiencing overwhelm. And I also wanted to mention that if you are experiencing overwhelm in your career, I would love to be able to help you from a career growth strategy standpoint. I am going to be kicking off another round of the Getting to Clarity Career Mastery class. And I keep this group intentionally small, but it's all about helping you get clarity on your career, clarity of direction so that you have less stress, you're making better decisions, and you're taking focused action every single day. So you're focusing on the right things for you to get to where you want to go instead of focusing on everything. So if that sounds appealing to you, shoot me a message at Debbie@gettingtoclarity, and I'd be happy to have a conversation to see if this might be a fit for you. So until then, here's wishing you the clarity you deserve. If there's something I can help you out with, leave a comment below, and have a great day.